Yeah, I think this is like by top the only mod that you for sure gain without a doubt.
Welcome back to Motorcycles. I'm here with my boy Walt. We got his Honda Navi, and today I'm gonna answer one of the most popular questions about the Navi: 10-inch or 12-inch back wheel. Let's do it. We're about to get into this install. We got a 12-inch Michelin City Grip 2 in a 110/70/12. That's the same size I have on my Navi. He has this super bald looking, busted 10-inch tire, and we figured since we're going to be switching that out, we might as well go with the 12 to get that performance upgrade that I'm always talking about, and hopefully show you guys it in action. So let's go ahead and get started with the install. Before you go ahead and take off the back tire, make sure you're off the center stand so that the tire can't spin freely.
24mm socket, take it to the back of the rim. Easy, like a piece of glove.
Like a piece of glove. All right, now that we got the back wheel loosened up, we're gonna go ahead and slide it off. And now just remove these four and remove the four here and just swap it out. Also, while you're in here, I would recommend changing out your brakes. Walt doesn't have other brakes to swap in, so we're gonna do that at a different date. In order to fit the 12-inch wheel and tire onto the Honda Navi, you have to shave the engine casing. Now, hold on, don't get scared. It's not as bad as you might think. There's 3 little bumps on the back, and there's like a mount for the exhaust. I'll show you all of it, but you're not really shaving anything structural. I'm not recommending that you do this, right? But I'm just saying, if you want to do what we're doing, this is what you're gonna have to do, and we're gonna show you how to do it right now. So this is what I was talking about. This part right here is the mount for the exhaust. You're gonna have to shave this down in order to fit the wheel, right? Or else it's gonna hit into this. So we're gonna shave this down a little bit. Just this little thin bracket piece, right? That's not like really structural in my opinion, and in a lot of other people's opinions. In fact, if you look closely at this Navi right here, you'll see that they shaved off the entire mount point. Like, it's completely gone, and it hasn't affected their Navi at all. Anyway, the other stuff that you're gonna have to probably shave is like these little bumps that are sticking out right here. Depending on which tire you get with your 12-inch wheel, it might be different. There are some that don't require you to shave at all, but for the performance gains that I'm trying to show you guys, this is going to be required. Really quickly, before we do that, I just want to explain why we're installing a 12-inch wheel and tire on the back of the Navi instead of the OEM 10-inch wheel and tire. And by the way, the 12-inch wheel that we're using is just the front wheel. It fits right on the back. So as you know, the Navi has a CVT, and the RPMs are limited to around 8,700. Because of this, we have to get creative with how we unlock top speed on the Navi. The easiest way, in my opinion, though, is to put a 12-inch wheel and tire on the back. Without getting too much into details, think about it like this. The same amount of power spinning a smaller wheel is going to spin it more times per minute than it's going to spin the bigger wheel. So with a bigger wheel and tire on the back of your Navi, you're going to be going the same speeds as you would with a 10-inch wheel at lower RPMs. Now, as I'm sure you can imagine, that means that you're going to get more speed out of your Navi before you hit the rev limiter at the top end. The tire that we install in this video is a Michelin City Grip 2 in the size 110/70/12. This is very important. I know a lot of people are looking for a tire that you don't have to shave the engine casing to install. This one is not one of those tires. The reason that we are going with this one is because it's going to give us the biggest boost to top speed out of any of the 12-inch tires. Again, because the same amount of power spinning a taller wheel is going to spin it less times per minute, which is lowering your RPMs and allowing you to get more speed out of your Navi before the rev limiter kicks in. Now, if you want to install a 12-inch tire without shaving the casing, there are a couple options that you can choose from. I think the best would be the Pirelli Angel or the Pirelli Rosso scooter tire, but it's not going to be the exact same improvement that you'll get with this exact setup that we're going to do in the video. The last thing I'll say before we get back to the video is 10-inch wheels and tires are better for acceleration, while the 12-inch wheel and tire is better for top speed. You can expect to lose around 1 second in your 0 to 30 mile per hour time, but you're going to gain anywhere from 3 to 5 miles per hour on the top end. I hope to prove this in the video, so let's get back to it. Got my angle grinder. I'm about to go in, but first, you know I got to get my safety goggles on. Use whatever you got. All right, so now that we went through it like one time, we're gonna go ahead and put the tire on and give it a spin and just kind of see how much more we need to take off.
What is it not letting it?
So the tire's still coming into contact right there. You can kind of see the black markings. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this in a little further. I should have taken a picture of mine before I started this so I had a reference, but we got it. And we're not shaving off that much. We're just gonna smooth this lip out a little more. Let's give it a shot. That's spinning. That is all cleared. It's looking good. Yeah, that got a lot of metal on it. Guys, pro tip, tape that up so that you don't get a bunch of metal on it. You saw the tire just clear right there, but I'm gonna go back in and shave a little bit more. That's because right now the tire is the smallest that it's gonna be, right? It's cold, it's not inflated all the way, and we're not running it. We're not sitting on it even. So if it's barely kind of clearing, you need to take off a little bit more. Once you sit down on this tire, it's fully inflated and you're running it and it's hot, it's gonna take a little bit more space. So I'm gonna go back in right now and I'm just gonna clean this up for Walt, flatten this stuff out, and maybe take off, you know, just kind of these bumpy ridges right here just in case. But I do think that this is solid as it is right now. We'll go ahead and get that finished up, get everything put back on, and then we'll get to the testing phase. Let's do it. Let's do it. And it's all good, look at that. Plenty of space in there. Check it once you've got it on, make sure everything clears and it's all good, which it looks like it does. And all that's left is to turn it on.
Damn, cold start and like...
Cold start, dude, that was crazy, yeah. Cold start, hasn't been running a while, and it's actually cold out. Let me take these safety goggles off. And it just starts right up. That's a Navi for you, baby. Now that the wheel's spinning freely while it's on the center stand, it's time to drop it down after it's warmed up, take it out for a spin, and test the 0 to 30 time as well as the top speed, and compare them to his old numbers. It's gonna be my first time riding with Kemimoto's heated motorcycle riding gloves. I already have the jacket on, I'm a huge fan, but let's go ahead and see what these gloves are all about. Yeah, you're definitely going faster than before. Let's go, Walt. My speedo says 60. Or your speedo, I guess, but your speedo says 60. It says 56 now, yeah, 56. Oh, get over there, get over there. Let's see what it's, oh, slow down. I wanted it to say your speed.
Also, is that prior to this, I was hitting like
full downhill was 56.
Kenda gave me, he taught me out at like 53.
Okay.
Shrinko, he took me back down to like
fit like 49, 50. Yeah.
This alone, bro. Yeah, I think this is like by top the only mod that you for sure gain without a doubt. Like with like day and night type difference.
You're saying this 12-inch wheel is the only one that you like, when you put it on, you're like, yeah, for sure, I'm going faster now.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. When I put mine on, literally I was going like 52, 53. I put it on and I could go 57 before I hit the limiter. It was just like that. All right, so I'm on Walt's Navi with the 12-inch back tire. I'm about to do some after tests to compare with our before results. Keep in mind, this mod is mainly to increase your top speed. And in fact, you probably will notice a slower 0 to 30 time, like a slower takeoff from a stop. The 12-inch wheel gives you a lot more on the top end, especially this Michelin City Grip 2 in the 110/70/12 size. Walt's before metrics, his 0 to 30 time was 4 seconds flat, and Walt's flat ground top speed was around 53 miles per hour, with his downhill rev limiter top speed being around 56 miles per hour. Let me stop yapping and let's go ahead and get to it. Oh, this is kind of uphill, but it says we're going 53 miles per hour on this uphill section, dude. 54 miles per hour uphill. All right, let's try again. 56 flat ground, 56 miles per hour flat ground. The previous downhill top speed for this bike was 56. Now you're going 56 on flat. Oh, 57. All right, so 57 miles per hour on flat ground, new top speed for the Navi. As I said before, we were at like 52, 53 miles per hour before. So that's like 4 to 5 mile per hour gain just by going to a 12-inch wheel and tire. I think downhill you'll probably be close to 60, like I said. Like on a big downhill, like on the freeway or something. All right, I know I said this isn't a mod that improves acceleration, but let's go ahead and try a 0 to 30 pull just to see what it looks like. Again, Walt's 0 to 30 was 4 seconds flat before. Let's see what it is now. Ah, this shit didn't work. Alright guys, I don't know why, but for some reason this app is just not tracking my 0 to 30 time today. Just remember, you're trading a little bit of acceleration for a lot of bit of top speed. In my opinion, it's worth it, but you guys let me know down in the comments. Would you guys throw a 12-inch wheel and tire on your Navi? What do you think? Hey, thanks so much for tuning in to another video on the Motorcycles channel. I'm Mo, that's my boy Walt. We appreciate you so much. Make sure to like the video if you haven't. Subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already. And we'll see you guys next time. Ride safe.